One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Cardinals will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The play fake on first down to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the grab down the left side. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Roadrunners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the Roadrunners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man in the middle. Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pad. Past the 30. He's at the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Cardinals look to do some damage in the red zone. He'll do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted deep in his own end.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To throw, it's Graves. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man down the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for the score. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down.
Wide open spaces. The tag. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense right now coming off the bye week, right? They just haven't been able to get clicking in this game throwing the football. They're going to have to find that mojo and get back into a rhythm here pretty quickly.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Here's the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, putting in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air, it's Graves. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and it's UTSA on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass on second down. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, UTSA. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 7 over Virginia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the move to his left. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. Powers through the defender. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. He's got an open man. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's Green. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Cardinals are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to throw it. Get it out on the screen. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Dropping back, it's Graves. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Roadrunners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Reads it, fires complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Gets it to him on the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind them.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early out early in this football game. Got to find something positive quick.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. He's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Showing all kinds of confidence in that arm, throwing back to the right. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it
was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Graves. Throwing right. Got him downfield. There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, UTSA.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got
touchdown Roadrunners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Off play action on first down. Looking deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Off the play fake on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not a good example, though. That should have been another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Let's go. The play action fake. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting it on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Looking to buy time. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Green. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They'll run the option. Give to the running back. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, out of space. He's at the top, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UTSA. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
14.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
This time he's got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Firing to the right, complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Will not. There, a 4th down stop.
Man, he looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Graves. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Georgia State escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Panthers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. A busy day in the Sun Belt Conference, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
Get set, get set.
They go to the ground. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll give it to the back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Off the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He turns that loose down the right side. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
And the Cardinals are rolling down the field.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. A strike downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Here's a heat. Pulls it in. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've held this ball forever, driven it deep, now facing a 3rd and goal. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He wants to throw it. Looking to get it in. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.